my name is Stacy Kinsley, and then
I'm Liz Jenkins.
This is Liz, and we're with One Gym Nutrition here at One Gym in Elkhorn. And we're really excited to meet with you guys tonight and talk about 3 easy steps to reset your health. Click on the next screen.
There we go.
Okay, we're going to figure this out. All right, there are billions of different diets out there, right? We've heard them all. And it seems like we're approached every week with someone trying to get us to buy their product for a quick fix. You read magazine articles claiming you can lose 30 pounds in 30 days. The problem is it's not realistic or sustainable. We live in a microwave society, right? We want things to happen really fast. Over the years, we have helped so many people find the healthiest versions of themselves, and we have learned 3 very important things along the way. So 1, you need something simple. If it isn't easy to stick with it, like the more restrictive you are, the less likely you will have long-term success. So it needs to be something simple you can stick with. You need support. We'll go into more of this later. And you also need to track. Success leads to motivation. So like I said, we live in a society where being busy is better. At least that's what we're told, right? But what if it's not? The problem is this leaves us overwhelmed and feeling like we don't do enough. Mamas in the room, can anyone relate? Like you feel like you just don't do enough, but we're overwhelmed. Have you ever asked yourself, like, what did I even get done today? We fill our schedules to the max. Our health and wellness often get pushed to the back burner. We only get one body. We need to take care of it by properly fueling it, moving it, prioritizing recovery, and having a positive mindset. So here's the deal. Your life, relationships, and health status is not going to change unless you change. So we want to help you make those meaningful changes.
All right, so something cool we just started here. Our nutrition program is now backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition. They are basically a company full of registered dietitians that are here to help us along the way. They have also helped over 30,000 people all around the world take control of their health. Here are just some of the incredible success stories that we've had here. I've got them up on the screen so you can take a look. Today, I just want to talk about the 3 trends that all of these people have in common in their success stories. Basically, that's helped them, whether they get off medications, live their healthiest life. And you can see one of my clients on there was had a vegetarian diet. So no matter what type of diet plan you're following, we can still get things to work. You're going to be shocked because it's not what you think. So let's play a game here. What do you think the top 3 things all of these people had in common? So
you want to unmute and tell us or type in the chat?
Maybe. What's that?
There's the chat
right here.
Didn't eat enough.
Didn't eat enough. Yes, that could be a good option there. Not eating enough food.
Stress
is a big one.
Sleep. Not enough rest. I love all these answers.
Good answers.
Diabetic.
Right. Was that? Yes. All right. So you can keep responding there if you'd like to, but we're going to dive into those things right now and then teach you some ways on how to reset your health. All right. First one. Get this off. Oh, crap. All right. First one. So our first step here is going to be shifting your mindset. So mindset is big. First thing that everyone had in common was their mindset. So having a positive mindset is great. We live in a world focused on diet culture. We are surrounded by diets and quick fixes. We live in a microwave society. We want all instant results, success, and happiness. And if we can have it yesterday, even better. We also live in a society that glamorizes restriction. as far as like restriction diets, fad diets out there. But here's the problem. Health and nutrition don't work like that. And these influences can negatively shift mindset. What if you need to slow down to build momentum and consistent before seeing results? Instead of trying to do all the things, focus one thing at a time. Research shows when you focus on one habit at a time, you're 80% more likely to retain that habit for a year. If you try to focus on 2 or even 3 things at once, it'll decrease that to less than 5%. So one habit, 80% success that you'll keep it long-term. If you try to focus on more, you're dropping down to a 5% retention of keeping that habit over the course of a year. So let's talk about the last time you tried to make a lifestyle change. Did you try to cut out a bunch of food? Maybe start exercising multiple times per week? Maybe just drinking a ton of water and then prep all the food. A couple weeks in, you're thinking, holy cow, this is way too hard. You're not alone. We have all been there. Instead, slow down, shift your mindset, and focus just on one thing at a time. So you may be shocked to hear that shifting your mindset is the first step, because most people think that to reach their goals, they need their macros set, or they have to have like a specific meal plan. But guess what? Giving you a piece of paper is not going to teach you how to stay on track or how to manage your triggers and change lifestyle. 2 out of 3 people will regain the weight that they've worked so hard to lose. What we all need is a lifestyle. So seeing it as a lifestyle as a whole versus just another diet that we're trying to follow. So this next tab here shows the Healthy Steps Nutrition Framework. This is also something that I believe 100% in, and Stacy can probably agree with me as well. But lifestyle. So we're going to dig into that lifestyle portion there. Seems vague. So what does it mean and why does it matter? So take a look at all this framework. All of these things are related and work together. So let me give you an example. Who needs their sleep? Me. I do, for sure. So I've had clients tell me all the time, I only need 4 hours of sleep. How many of you swear you are functioning with only 4 hours of sleep?
I've done it. I don't know how well, but I did it.
So, well, you may not realize, but lack of sleep will have an effect on your ability to handle stress, handle your food cravings. It'll impact your exercise, and it could jeopardize your recovery. So when you don't sleep, what happens is your cortisol level is elevated. The leptin, which tells your brain that you are full, is decreased. Once that's decreased, there's also another hormone in the body called ghrelin. This is the hormone that makes you hungry. And that is also increased when your sleep is low. So you are more stressed, less satisfied, and more hungry. So to shift your mindset and lifestyle, we need to consider your inner thoughts. Your thoughts become reality. What you pay attention to becomes reality. So let me give you an example. Let's say you buy a new car. It's a black Jeep. Jeeps. I'm not biased to a Jeep by any means. But every time you drive, there are Jeeps. That's all you're seeing. Did everyone go and buy a Jeep? Or are you more aware of the Jeeps because on the road, just because you now have a Jeep? The same thing goes like with your thoughts. If you are negative, you will think more about the negative. We are hardwired to think about negative. We are hardwired to think about the negative. It's natural. It takes effort to think about the positive. You really got to work hard for it. One way to make an effort is by starting your day with gratitude and then ending your day with gratitude. So you're always focusing on things you're grateful for and starting the day off positive. Another great resource, if none of you have heard of Ben Bergeron, he is a high-level CrossFit coach. He has a book called Chasing Excellence. It's a really great resource. I've read the book a couple times. He also has a podcast. So there's just a good resource for helping you maybe like reshift your mindset when it comes to being grateful or focusing on positive things. So that's something that would be a good resource to look into. So to shift that mindset, we need to know what success looks like to you. Success is going to look different to each and every one of you. But then we also need to know why it's important to you. So progress is never a straight line, but you can understand what you want and why you want it. It will be easier for you to stay focused and motivated when you do have that why. We all need something that we are moving towards. So what do you want? So just taking some time to kind of think about that. Here's an example of one of my clients. He wants to lose 30 pounds over the next 4 to 5 months. So his why is he wanting to lose this weight? So he wants to fit into his clothes again, feel more comfortable. He wants to have more energy and be a better example for his kids. To do that, he is working with nutrition coach and doing personal training 3 times per week. As his nutrition coach, works with him each week to focus on one habit at a time. The coach provides accountability to help him stay on track. Here, building that plan to shift your lifestyle and mindset may look something like this. So if you've got 3-month goal, you can see all the different goals, month 1, 2, 3, habits that are needed, and then some action steps. So it's important to set realistic and achievable goals. Research shows that if you write them down, making them realistic and keep them present, you will be more likely to achieve those goals. So with the, if you were able to print out the guide, we're just going to ask you now to take a moment and write down your goals in the workbook. If you were not able to get that printed out, we can definitely send it out to you guys. You can let us know in the chat if you did not get that. If you aren't sure about the habits or action steps, we're going to get there in just a little bit. So right now, just take a moment writing down some goals that you might have. Yeah, we should have some music for you guys.
All right, give you guys a couple seconds here to finish up. And obviously you can continue to work on these as we're talking. All right, the second thing that most successful people have in common is that they have the right people in their corner. So we weren't meant to do this alone. You need people who are going to be there to support you. And that's why step number 2 is finding your tribe. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So think about those 5 people. Are they positively or negatively impacting your progress towards your goals? Choose wisely and identify who can be on your side in this journey. When we look at our clients who have lost 50 to 100 pounds and kept it off, they all had a tribe of people who supported them. When we look at people who struggle to lose weight and keep it off, they don't have a support system. So don't underestimate the value of community.
All right, so step 3. This is where you take action. So taking action, those who are successful don't just wish, they do. This is by far the toughest part. But if you did steps 1 and 2, it's going to be easier to take action. When you start saying no to the wrong things, it is easier to say yes to the right things. So digging into some habits. Your habits become your routine, and your routine becomes your lifestyle. Are your daily habits moving you towards or away from your goals? For most of us, we have great intentions, but there are roadblocks, temptations, or something that gets in the way. So think about building a house. A house is built on a solid foundation that workers lay brick by brick. The same thing goes for your life. Your daily habits are the foundation you are laying to achieve your goals.
So maybe you are wondering what you can do to start that reset. Here are the Healthy Step nutrition principles that we have come alongside with that have helped so many people take control of their health one habit at a time. Number one is adding more whole foods into your diet. So start choosing whole food options and less processed foods packed with sodium and fat and sugar. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate using the plate method. So when you look at your plate, half of it should be filled with non-starchy vegetables, a quarter of it lean protein, a quarter starchy carbs, and mindful healthy fats.
All right, principle number 2 we're going to dig into here is focusing on balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain a carb, a protein, and a fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will keep you feeling fuller longer.
And principle number 3 is limit the added sugar. The AHA recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's 46 teaspoons per day. And it's not surprising sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product you find in a package. All right, so now we'd like to take the time to answer some of our frequently asked questions.
All right, first one. So what should I eat around my workout? So fueling around your workouts to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, or any health and fitness goal is super important. Aim to have healthy carbs and protein before and after your workout. It's kind of like if you think about a car. If you don't put gas in your car, you wouldn't expect it to get you anywhere, would you? Same thing with our body. Our body's not going to run on empty. One of my favorite pre-workout fuels that you could do could be like, think of something quick. So like an applesauce pouch paired with some like egg muffins, like one of our recipes. That could be a good pre-workout. A good post-workout fuel could be a non-fat Greek yogurt with a handful of blueberries mixed in. So you can see both are prioritizing a carb and then a lean protein.
But what if I don't like veggies? I've heard this so many times, and maybe you feel this way too. But I want to challenge you and ask, what if you just haven't found them the way you like them? So roasting your veggies for a nice crunch rather than mushy veggies, adding good seasoning for a flavor you can be excited for, and even finding ways to sneak them into recipes and smoothies is an easy way to get more veggies in the day.
So where should I start? Definitely a great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time. Maybe it is something you already have in mind, or maybe it is one of the things we discussed today. But the best and fastest way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with a nutrition coach to build an individual plan just for you.
Here's the deal. There's never a perfect time to get started. There's always something that will come in the way. You just have to commit to yourself. Your transformation starts with doing these 3 things. 1, shift your focus. 2, identify your tribe. And 3, take action. It's simple, but not easy. So if you are thinking this all sounds great, but I don't even know where I should start, or I just need someone to help me create a realistic plan and to keep me accountable, we would love to help you.
So here at One Gym, we use to focus on a habit-based approach to create an individual plan just for you. We work together utilizing our many tools and resources to build your nutrition foundation to create a sustainable plan. Along with our tools and resources, we know how important support and accountability is when it comes to our long-term goals, which are why we will be there to help guide you and tweak the plan every step of the way. Just to share a couple success stories here of some clients I've worked with in the past. They definitely shared their stories there. Both of them saw great amount of fat loss with their plans. So super, super encouraging. Both those members are still here too. Might recognize Julia and Danny. So they're awesome. Still a part of our crew. Also, our Nutrition Pact program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, who has helped over 30,000 people all around the world take control of their health. And then here, just some more of our awesome side-by-side transformations of a couple other people we've worked with.
All right, if you are looking to hear more about how this program can help change your life, Nutrition Made Simple is a podcast that you could check out. Just another good resource to kind of have in your pocket. All right, so we are excited to announce that we have some coaching spots opening. We're going to open up 5 spots for Liz and I. Here's what it would look like. You work with one of us to create your plan. You check in weekly to keep you accountable and discuss your progress and tweak your plan. We are going to throw in a link into the chat if anyone would like to just have a free like nutrition intro with us. We'll just sit down for 15 minutes and just talk about your goals and figure out how we can help you and if it's the right thing for you. All right, so it's in the chat for you. We're super excited about this new program. Liz and I have actually been being coached the way that we would coach you guys through it and seeing what the program looks like on a client's end. And it is really awesome. There's a ton of information in it and recipes, which we know you guys all really like, little short videos to watch with information. It's just packed with lots of stuff that Liz and I wouldn't be able to do on our own. So it's really exciting.